Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. We're here at Gad's Encampment again. This episode we're going to be doing these side quests, not all of them. We're not going to be going back into the dungeon yet to see that extra stuff with the EOTNs, but we are going to be doing the side quests to do with this new hero I mentioned before, and we're going to be playing with Livia. So quite quickly actually, we're going to have 4 heroes with us here on Tom. We'll have quite the entourage of people. Let's just go on. I've waited a long time to do this video. I've waited for Gamescom to come out. Oh my god, today it's day 1 of Gamescom. This is all going to be old news to you guys, but I'm just, man, so much stuff came out, but I'll probably talk about that as we go through the episode. But yeah, let's who do we want to speak to? I think we want to speak to don't forget, these guys are all the white mantle, all the shining blade, so we'll see some stuff to do with the white mantle here, which is pretty awesome. I think we want to speak to Saren. Yeah, she's got lots of quests for us. So we heard a beginner dialogue already. Let's do the Blade's Essence, I think. Hey, old Tom Bluewood. Our scouts have continued exploring the Bloodstone Caves, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, there's this one. This is quite a weird quest. You sort of enter the cave, but you don't do the quest there. I'm not actually going to do that. That's quite a boring quest, really. We'll probably do that when we go back and do the dungeon later. So what we're actually going to do is... No, the Arrow's Point is about the same, isn't it? Yeah, maybe it's Bartholow's that's got the quest for us then.
Reported.
Yes, he has. Okay, so he says, Tom Bluewood, have I got an opportunity for you? The Shining Blade has had its hands full, what with Civil War, White Mantle and crazy Asura. Now we've got an infestation of frogmen. They're still a threat to the camp, and frankly, they smell funny. I sent one of my soldiers, Hader, to deal with them. However, she's a little brash and overconfident. I fear her head may be too much in the clouds to pay attention to what's threatening us from the muck. If you help her, you would be helping us all, and I don't have to tell you how easy it is to cash in on gratitude around here. Okay, cash is good, show me the frog. Right, so we're going to go out with this soldier. I talked about this swamp up here in Sparkfly Swamp before. Or should I say Sparkfly Fen? Oh my god, yeah, so this is like the high level place in the Gamescom demo at the moment, which you guys have all already seen. I've only seen a little bit of it, a tiny little bit of gameplay, a couple of really crappy IGN videos where the earliest ones come out. One of them has a guy just AFK for like the first 30 seconds of the whole goddamn video, and it sucks so bad because in the distance you can see like a dragon, and there's just all this kind of cool stuff going on there. Sadly guys, I can't give you many insights into the lore just yet because I don't really know that much about what's going on. Oh, but I've just, they released the new trailer, and there was like that giant Jotun. Did you guys notice that? And the Iron Forgeman, I did all those episodes on the Iron Forgeman just recently, and now there he is in the new demo. He's alive, he's working again. What is the story behind that? Oh man, crazy. There's so many cool things that I feel like I did last year when we were first seeing Guild Wars 2 for the first time. Arenanet have been really, really good, I think, at sort of recapturing that. Literally watching that trailer, I'm just sitting there and then something will happen, like the Jotun will appear, or we'll see all of the airships over Lion's Arch, and I just scream at the TV, oh holy shit, I'm just so excited about everything that's going on. I guess this is the main reason why I wanted to do a video right now, because I needed to gush about it. You know, I spend a lot of time on the forums, but I don't know, that's just not quenching my thirst to discuss things anymore. I think these videos have kind of done something to me where I just feel like I really need to talk out loud a lot. But yeah, there's just so many cool things going on that hopefully, I don't know, I might wait with the next episode till after Gamescom's over, because I'm sure this might be a little bit frustrating to you guys. This is the problem with me filming episodes so many videos in advance. I've actually taken quite a few long breaks from doing Guild Wars because I had such a big backlog of videos. Oh, raptors, are they going to kill me? No, we're doing fine. Because I had such a big backlog of videos building up, I really don't like having the Let's Play going too far ahead. I've got enough to sort of cushion me for when I start work. So I think I'll wait till the end of Gamescom to do another one. So obviously it won't affect the timing for you guys. It will just be a video on schedule as normal. But at least then I'll be able to talk about everything that's going on in depth, particularly what's going on here. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that it's Sparkfly Swamp that they're all at. But man, it just looks so good. Everything looks so good. Like, they've released PvP information, 2 articles. Literally, I woke up this morning and there were 2 full, complete new articles out about PvP, and everything about it just sounds brilliant. You can Search for servers, you know, just like in Counter-Strike essentially. It's got hot join PvP like that. And you can even search for servers that have got people from your guild playing. I mean, how cool is that? Who would have thought to put that in? That's such a nice little feature to have. Just all these little things. The PvP, there's basically just one game type for all types of PvP. But so there's no like straight deathmatch, I don't think, but you can essentially deathmatch if you want. I know you can at least duel. You can change how many players you can have from 1v1 to 10v10. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. The most important thing to me is that one of the maps is called the Battle for Kylo. Kylo was a place in lore. In fact, when Guild Wars 1 was in beta, actually we're probably coming close to Livia, when Guild Wars 1 was in beta, you know, Ascalon City, that was actually called Kylo, and the layout of the town was completely different. In game today, the only thing you can see that's evidence that Kylo ever exists in lore is there's a weapon called a Kylo axe, I believe, but also there's an article about Devonna's father Mordecai, and I think at least Mordecai died at Kylo or something, and they've actually, it's there in Guild Wars 2. You can finally go to Kylo. I mean, how cool is that? That place was almost mythical to me at this point. I barely mentioned it in this Let's Play because I didn't really think we'd ever see it, but there you go. Alright, so Hader's here. Hello, Hader. Sorry, we're not really talking about you much. I simply cannot believe this. I, who am touched by the power of Providence, am mired in this swamp, hunting frogs instead of charging to the heights of glory. This is Livia's doing. I'm sure of it. That harlot. She's afraid I will show her up. Livia's right here. Watch your tongue. Hey, you there, did Bartholos trick you out here too? Well, you might as well help with these frogs. The sooner we finish, the sooner I can do something meaningful. Okay, so this is basically what Hader's like. You get a sense of her pretty quickly. Oh, these are the Agari lands, by the way. The Agari is the name of the tribe of Hylek. As I mentioned before, the Hylek are a very tribal culture. In Guild Wars 2, some of them are allied with us, some of them aren't. They fight each other. They're kind of very good with poisons and stuff. I think we can click it and get a little bit more information. Yeah, trespassers will be devoured whole and digested slowly. Lovely. So these are the Agari houses here, which are pretty cool, actually. And yeah, the Agari are just all over the place. They're actually quite a cool design. I like their kind of silvery armor. No, it's not even armor, is it? It's just their skin. But it's pretty cool, I think. They look very different to the ones we have already met in the Tarnished Coast, as you might know. I think these are the only, like, the Agari are only ever found here at Sparkfly Swamp. I haven't seen any videos of Gamescom of them being in Sparkfly Fen, but who knows? This is actually quite good timing, the one of the new places. Obviously, we can also see the Char homelands. Not the Char homelands, sorry. Well, yeah, they're homelands, really. But the Char starting area in Guild Wars 2. And they're looking pretty okay. I haven't seen much of that. All I've seen is yet another crappy IGN thing where they're fighting the first boss and they make the game look really bad because they're basically just standing there auto-attacking. I can't stand it when people do that. Because you just look through the comments and there's going to be someone who comes from a more traditional like action RPG game, sort of, you know, who doesn't really understand MMOs at all and has the expectations of a console game. And I don't blame people for having expectations like that. I will love it when the day comes that there is no real distinction between the gameplay of the two. But Guild Wars 2, if any of the MMOs that are coming out, I mean, the only other real competitor is SWTOR, and it's not doing it so much, is probably the most action-oriented thing out there. You can't, please, just don't put out videos of you standing there auto-attacking because it gives people the wrong ideas. This game is making leaps and bounds in that direction. But, yeah, so it just seems like a shame to me when I see that. Or it could just be people trolling in the comments, who knows. It's probably the latter. But yeah, we're just going to keep killing these guys. I think we only have to kill concentrated pockets of them, not all of them. But the thing is, they have got kind of annoying patrols. So if you're fighting one group, particularly I think the quest is set up so that if you're fighting one group, the patrols are going to swoop in from the sides. And get you there. By the way, guys, we are coming closer to Sage's ashes, so I'm hoping to find those. I didn't actually look on Wiki at exactly where they are. I know that they're about, I don't know actually, they're on the other side of the map, aren't they? We'll have to have a look around. I'll cut it if I can't find them, sort of just naturally going through this quest. There are 2 quests we'll be doing here, so that's not too bad. These guys are blocking so much, it's so annoying. Actually, I love their attack. Oh, this great conch as well. I don't think these are the only things that drop it, but it's a pretty cool skin. I'll show you this. I don't show you guys weapon skins much in this Let's Play, do I? I did at the start. I did a lot of stuff at the start that I've kind of cut out now. But yeah, there you go. That's the great conch. Sorry, guys. I'll stop fighting. So yeah, as you can see, another patrols come in. Agari, Tiametin. I don't know. Tarametini. I don't know sort of what language these are all taking their names from, if any. They probably are. You know how Guild Wars is, with its Latin titans and so on. But right, is that it? In the swamp there are actually these sort of poison plumes which Hader was just stood in for ages, and they will damage you. They're like natural traps occurring around the world. Oh look, they're actually just walking around in their village. Oh, are these the ones we got killed? The ones in their homes. Lovely. See, I actually feel a little bad in retrospect now that I know, now that I've read that lore post about the Hylek in Come Guild Wars 2 and the fact that they're not sort of all innately evil. I do feel a little bit bad about just kind of, because essentially what the Shining Blade have done here is they followed an Asura that has a disregard for everything that isn't himself into a swamp, and now they're just going and essentially committing genocide, shall we say, or they're just trying to wipe out this entire tribe that was here first. Man, and they're fighting back pretty tough. And Suru's down. Sorry, Suru. I'll cut this fight, guys. Alright, well, they're dead. Hader says, rather than doing something useful, I'm stuck tromping through the muck. So, yeah, we're going to get up and go to our next location. It basically just takes you north right up into the swamp. Where we should hopefully see some... I don't feel like I've talked about Gamescom enough. I don't know, when I started this video, I just had a million things to say, but Guild Wars 1 kind of has that habit of... Sorry, Suru, I almost forgot to raise you, of distracting me with other... cool lore stuff. But yeah, man, it just looks good. So next episode, oh look, these are cool actually. Do you remember these from Kryta? Do you remember these? And I kind of went over them a few times. I don't think I was enthusiastic enough about them, but the mysterious kind of glowing orbs, and some people think maybe they have something to do with undead, but I guess we're seeing them here again, and they were only really in swampy areas in Kryta, so I wonder if those are there in the Gamescom demo. Are they still around? What are they? I mean, I thought they were something to do with the undead, but maybe they're just kind of a swamp phenomenon, shall we say. Okay, so we want to go this way. I actually quite like coming up to the coast up here, just because you can kind of look up, and it's... I can't remember what mission it's called. The Gates of Kryta, I think it is, and you can actually come right down onto these beaches, and it's nice to be able to look up from here and think, oh yeah, all the way up there is Lion's Arch and so on. I tend to do that at the Fire Island chain as well. I don't know why, but when I come up to the Fire Island chain, I always like looking up and being like, oh, that's the tarnished coast. Look, that's Magus Stones up there. But yeah. More Agari to kill. But particularly those airships, I was very excited about seeing. I remember for a long time, right? For a long time, we've been seeing concept art that is basically just really mechanized looking airships. I've always really liked the idea of airships. I don't know whether it's because sort of as a kid I spent a lot of time playing Final Fantasy and stuff, and they just sort of fortified my love for them, shall we say. A lot of people in sort of those threads, it was really one big thread. We talked about airships a lot. A lot of people didn't really like it. They were like, oh, the lore doesn't fit with Asura Gates, why would anybody do it? And then other people got really serious and they were like, oh, well, they'd be perfect for scouting, or what if there's not an Asura Gate built there yet, blah 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 blah. But oh, here we go, here's Sage's Ashes. There we go, a nice little reference, including the dialogue from What's Your Face back at Gav's encampment, referencing Sager, a really big important character. I mean, I would seriously bet my money that 90% of the people who see this here won't have a clue what it's referencing or talking about. But this was Sager, really. You could make the argument, and when you pick it up, you actually get Courageous was Sager, which is like a ritualist effect, which is a really nice touch. Hold Sager's Ashes for up to 300 seconds, and while we're holding them, we get plus 30 maximum energy, and when we drop them, everyone is healed for 200 health. It actually just says all party members, so that could be rangeless. That I don't know whether it is, but that's pretty... Oh, Vex dead. Shit. Oh, I'll screw him. So yeah, really cool. It's just nice to see her reference, because you could make the point that without her, we would have died to the White Mantle and the Messart back in the Southern Shiver Peaks. You could make the point, but yeah. So there you go. That's that little reference there. I don't know what else really is very cool about this area. We'll be coming out for another quest in a second. As I said, we'll be getting Hader as a hero. But you might have noticed that the reward for this quest doesn't actually reward her as one. It's the next quest that we get her. In fact, we've already beaten 2 out of the 3 groups. I feel like I'm going to wipe. I really do. Jesus. Oh, have I aggroed 2 groups or what? What was I saying? Oh yeah, the airships. Yeah, so we had this huge thread where a lot of us, me in particular, we were all like, yeah, airships awesome, yeah. Some people didn't like it. Some people, you know, were talking about like those floating stones, the big floating bridge I was talking about a few episodes ago. Talking about how the Asura could have harnessed that technology. Looks like the airships in Guild Wars 2 are going to be much more traditional. The big question on mine, and I guess everyone's mind right now, is, are they just sort of an architectural kind of thing up there? Oh, look, more floating rocks. Oh yes, this! I almost forgot it, guys. I don't think you can walk to it. No, this is the edge, but look at that. just all these little cool sights. This is what makes the Tarnished Coast awesome. But yeah, oh my god, we ran right past when we need to be. But yeah, and I guess now they're going to be there. So yeah, the big question is with the airships, are we going to be able to ride them? What's going on? Do guilds get to own them? Martin, Kirsty, and I, at the moment, I haven't heard much more about guilds apart from sort of that awesome little feature where you can search servers by your guild members with PvP. Says that in his opinion, what they're doing with the guilds is one of the best he's seen in any games. Now, that's not just PR crap. I genuinely believe him there. They don't usually come out and say stuff like that. So it looks like there's some big stuff going on in store with Guild Wars 2 for the airships. I think some games have done, instead of sort of guild halls like you get in Guild Wars 1, they've done like guild airships. Could that happen? That'd be pretty cool. And even better, can you fly them, or are they just sort of there? I don't know. In any case, I think they add a really good look to everything in the world. They just splash it. Because if you think about it, in my opinion, right, most games out there focus really hard on making the environments and sort of the land look really good. But a huge part of what you see when you're playing a game is, let's face it, the skybox. And some games go to great lengths to make it look really good. Like, in my opinion, one of the most artistic and best looking sort of skyboxes you can get are in the Halo series. They just look so good. But a lot of people just kind of neglect them. And in particularly Guild Wars 1, I must admit, they look awful. Really bad. If you go outside Shinji Monastery to that first explorable area, look up. Tell me what time of day it is. You can't even tell. It's just this bizarre kind of orange, black, murky crap going on, but the lighting would make you think it's day. It just looked really bad. I haven't really seen much evidence that the skies themselves look really good in Guild Wars 2, but they're doing something interesting with that huge space up there now. They've got all these massive airships. I mean, you can just see that new shot of Lion's Arch. The original video we had of Lion's Arch looked incredible. There was so much depth to it, so many places, so many little details everywhere. It looked like a real living city. And now you've got all the airships above it. It looks complete. It's, oh man, it's just another reason why I've spent so many hours doing this, because I'm just... there's so many things to love about this game that's coming up, and I don't even care if I sound like a complete fanboy, because to be honest, I am, and it's just for real reasons though, you know. I'm not just mindlessly liking it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just so much stuff that I've seen. There are actually a few videos already out there that I noticed on the Ultimate Gamescom thread, which, oh man, I remember that from last year, which I really want to go back and look through and check out those videos. But I was just at a point after reading like those 3 articles, seeing about 3 videos and the new trailer that's out, that's, oh my god, and that giant, what is it? It looks like a scale. It looks like a giant scale that jumps out of the water and sort of crashes into this building. It's like the new big Shatterer boss. Oh, it looks so good. But yeah, after seeing all this, I was just at a bit of an information overload, and I just thought, you know what, I want to share this with my lovely viewers who hopefully aren't bored with me, and hopefully, because I don't really have much to talk about in Sparkfly, to be honest. I guess a good idea would have been to stay. Oh, look, I'm going to have to cut it. Sorry, guys. I'm going to cut it till I get back there, because we're coming up on 20 minutes now. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Right, so how many have we actually got to fight here? I get the feeling I just kind of aggroed a lot of extra patrols there. I just wasn't even this whole stupid video has just been me running around, not even just dying, not even thinking about what I'm doing. So, but yeah, basically, I think we'll get them here. If we don't, I'll be seriously upset. Livia died. I don't even know where she died. I think we got intercepted by some raptors, and I never noticed. Is that it? There we go, alright. If only Bartholos would give me a chance to prove myself against a worthy opponent. Finally, that was the last of them. This world is safe again. Unless the Shining Blade gets attacked by enormous flies. Alright, so Hada's one of those characters, I don't know. It's just by the nature of her personality. I don't think you're meant to like her, but it's not sort of full-blown enough for me to think of her really as a legitimate character. I don't know. Alright, so there we go. That's that first quest. We'll come back to Gads and cash in the reward for that. The next quest's got something to do with the White Mantle. How can you have the Shining Blade without the White Mantle, eh? Which is good, because we haven't seen the White Mantle or anything to do with him for a long time, really, have we? I'm glad to hear the frogmen have been dealt with. Now, maybe we can focus on matters at hand instead of worrying about croaking in the middle of the night. Hader worries me, though. I fear she doesn't quite understand what we're up against. One day she'll have to learn that great soldiers are made, not born, and bad soldiers are dead. But you all know about that, right? Okay. So there we go. That's that quest. I'm going to wait till the end of the week now, guys, before I do the next one. So maybe I can offer a bit more insight into Sparkfly Fen. Yeah, I'm sorry if this has been a bit frustrating to you guys, because Gamescom for you guys is already gone. But I hope it was a good episode anyway. So next episode, yeah, I will have a bit more to talk about. Hopefully, a few things that you will have missed, despite the fact Gamescom is already over. And for any of you who I haven't really thought about this, it just kind of twigged as I was walking up to that last objective when I cut, that some of you might be watching this, you know, when Guild Wars 2 is already out, and that's quite weird to me. So if you're like sitting there in 2012 and episodes like this annoy you, I'm very sorry, but I'm glad you're still watching the videos anyway. So yeah, hello to the future. But anyway, right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time. I'm off to watch some videos. Have a great day, guys.